Testing, testing. Thank you for doing this. No problem, bro.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, brother, how you doing, Dennis? How's
Hey,
life?
thank you for doing this, man. This is really great from you, man. This is very generous.
No problem. I literally say thank you for you guys because things always comes around, and it's not just in the future hope's sake. It also helps me stay disciplined. Um,
Absolutely.
so it was really good hearing you. Um,
Thank you.
and if you don't mind, just before I need to get a grasp of what the situation is. Can I ask how long you've been trading for and what your
Well,
stats are?
I've been trading for 4 years, you know, and I think I need to tell you in the beginning it was lose, lose, lose. um, Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I put the headphones. So, yeah, it was in the beginning, rough as everybody else, I guess. And I found myself pretty much shorting these parabolics, like all these little piece of trash stocks going to the moon,
Okay.
and so I would wait for it to break on a daily chart. I wouldn't
Mm.
try to find the top, and yeah, trade those. Now the issue is I've always looked at the front side, and I was thinking to myself, "Damn it, how can I figure out to get in there, playing the long side?"
Okay.
And for the longest time, I thought maybe it's just that's the way it is. You just trade either long or short. And I know for a fact you've been shorting in the beginning very much. And then I saw you doing these longs, right? You're like riding them up and down, which is amazing. You know,
Mm.
and so I just there are these companies who go and some other just go a little bit and then dump, and so I can't quite figure out why. And is it the fundamentals? Is it the all the stuff you find on BAMSAC? Is it like a huge subject to talk about?
Yeah, it's a
Listen,
very
if it's
very
a
big.
lot,
Yeah, that is
right?
a big
If
subject, and it's like $1 billion question. Like, how do you differentiate which one falls, which one goes? If I knew
right,
all the time
right,
myself, I would be
right,
billionaire,
right.
trillionaire. The
So
truth
yeah,
is,
obviously,
nobody
yeah.
knows. Yeah.
Right, right. Obviously, you have to take a risk every time, even with stuff that you're very comfortable trading and you've been trading since years. Obviously, that I know, but I can't do it that gap and go style because you know how that ends. And so I do some pullbacks here and there, but I don't know. I just like if you had any advice. I'm not as patient with long. I'm very jittery, scared, and with short, I'm very comfortable. I have no issues, but it's just I don't know. Maybe it's
So
just me being greedy. I want to catch both long and short. I don't know. So
yeah, so one of the other things I'm going to be very blunt with you is social media is glorified. Um, you get to see the. By the way, it's cool that if I'm recording this, right? Because I'm
yeah,
doing
no
more
problem. Yeah,
videos.
yeah, sure, 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 sure. No, no issue. Yeah.
So social media is glorified, and I hate to say it, but I'm always honest. And a lot of the stuff that you see, even from my perspective, and I don't do it subconsciously for egotistical reasons. It
Mm-hmm.
happens at a subconscious level. At a subconscious level, if somebody, um, so yeah, I used to post my charts a lot, and then I cared. So you see the entries and exits, and it's like whoa, but there are losses. So social media is glorified. It's not always like that. But let's go back and retrace for time efficiency's sake. Is your question that you want to talk about today is how do you, what some key variables you could take away to distinguish one to long, one to short? Is that one of the things that you want to focus on as your main thing?
The one almost the
Yeah.
thing I'm trying to focus on is what are like even the not let's not get into the nitty gritty stuff, but just like in a general idea, what are the stocks that you would feel comfortable going long, whereas some others you wouldn't even touch on the
Beautiful
long
question.
side,
Okay.
right?
Okay, we
What
can
is,
tell.
you don't have to tell me like, every detail. It's just like, I don't know, like,
Okay, so one thing about me, bro, I'll tell you every detail you want to know. I have nothing to hide. I much rather
no, it's just
say
for
anything. So I'll
time's
give.
sakes, you're being
Oh, okay.
generous doing this, and I don't want to take your time. So,
No, no. It's I am a little burned out, but there's like six other people also in line. Like
oh boy,
the
yeah,
first guy gave me a headache. So
okay.
but this
No, we don't want to do that.
no, it's part of life. It's okay. So that's a very good question. How do you along? And honestly, straight up, it's one of the most beautiful questions out there. Uh, because it's a it's a it's a tough one, but it's actually a very valuable and unique one. And
Right.
I think it will make a really good session content. So I am a short seller. 90% of the times, I perform way better at short selling, but I have a long. And my session on a long is as bad as it sounds, it came from taking big losses. My longs happen if you can like when I upload this video, which may not be in a while, so just if you can like remember these things, uh, my longs are effing beautiful. Alhamdulillah. I'm not an egotistical guy, but the longs that they work, it's like 10 to 1, 20 to 1, crazy risk rewards.
Sweet. Yes.
And the reason why that happens, bro, because I only focus on the reverse side of the short. I reverse on when the shorts are hurting. So each time
Oh,
I ask myself, so if you're trying to stay disciplined, less is more. I've been trading for 11, 12 years. The less I trade, the less trades I take, the better I do, the less. So the only longs that I take is the
right.
ones when the shorts are hurting. Those are the amazing
All
ones.
right. So here's the thing,
But let me
because
go. Let me tell you
yes,
the
go ahead.
variables. Let me tell you the variables because this is
All right.
the key aspect that I should remember.
Yep.
Number one, float rotation. Very key.
Mm,
Number two, this is the tricky section. This variable is a composition of the overhead to the volume. The below VWAP, above VWAP.
okay.
So sometimes what happens is there's overhead that's a million shares, but the stock has already traded 20, 30 million shares. That
All right.
overhead becomes irrelevant, but the shorts are stubborn because they're used to winning. So, so the first variable, float rotation. Second variable, a bit of tricky one to figure out because requires some experience, but basically the amount of overhead is
Volume.
small compared to the volume being traded. So that's the second thing.
Right. No, it
Number
makes sense. No, it makes sense.
and number three um, uh, is when something has been below VWAP and then it stays above for a bit, and then sometimes you can tell a price action when it is when the shorts are hurting. How can you tell? It washes down a little bit, boom, one pop, and it goes up, and it washes down a
Right.
little bit,
Right.
pop. You can tell based on the price. So always ask yourself who's hurting in this trade. Whether you're long a stock, whether you're short a stock, always ask yourself who's hurting, who's hurting, who's hurting. So
Right.
one beautiful long that you can work on. Go back, look at the super parabolic short squeezes, stocks that went
Exactly.
parabolic. That comes in and learn all the attributes, learn all the tapes. But the three variables that I told you, those are the king. So
Right.
again, float rotation. Number two is
Overhead volume
overhead volume compared to the volume
compared,
traded. Yeah. And number three is kind of the
the
price action.
traps.
The
The
chaps
traps.
and the price action. Yeah. So
Right.
what was
You see it going down slowly, and then boom, on
yeah,
air.
yeah. And the other thing is it
Right.
stayed below Viva for 20 minutes and then it goes above Viva and it holds. And now all of a sudden it's making a higher low every time. So you know
Right.
you got to be buying that
Right.
dip, risking the previous dip. That's how I traded.
Right. Right. Because that's exactly what I did on this. mega crazy squeezers like SPI. Was it SPI? And SRRK and all those who, like, out of the blue, they shoot from the bottom of the chart all the way up to the new high a day and squeeze everybody. Everyone's dead. Then I actually feel comfortable to to longer stock. You know what I mean?
But so different people trade that differently. Some people buy the dips. Some people buy the rips. Me,
No, I
from
buy
me,
the dips. Yeah.
I buy the dips too at the
Right,
like
right,
that
right,
kind.
right. Right, right. But it has to be really extreme, like SPI and all these crazy stocks, or when I know for a fact everyone is belly up. I mean, at least the shorts, you know.
Mm,
And then I start buying dips and flip them right away too. But they go like $1 in 2 seconds, you know. And so that's what I've been trading long, and I don't feel comfortable like buying the dip on a slow small cap that open weak, you know, all that stuff. It's just keep, I don't know, I just don't feel that like that there is a chance for it to rip, you know.
okay.
So yeah, that's so you basically really confirmed confirmed what I was thinking. It's nice to hear for someone else, you know, because even though I traded these SPI and all the other ones, I was still like a little bit, you know, nervous about it. It's just, I think it just has to do with the long. I don't know, but yeah, thank you, man. I mean,
No worries.
float rotation. I always try to, you know, keep watching this, but I get distracted by other stuff, and so. But you see it when you see it, you will know it, right? I
Mm,
mean, those are the crazy ones.
mm, 100%. Okay. Anything else that you would
Um,
want to work on, or you think that you would
No,
maybe?
not really. No, 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 no. Everything's fine. It's just about these longs, as I told you and explained it very well. I thank you for that, and it's really nice and generous from your side that you're actually giving your time away. All right.
I appreciate it, and thank you for the kind words,
Thank.
and
No, no problem. No problem.
yeah,
I mean, who else would just tell you, you know, hey, I'll help you out. Nobody's helping out, but I appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
no worries, anytime. Have a wonderful day, brother. Enjoy your weekend.
You too.
Take care, bro. Keep in touch.
Salam alaikum. Bye
Alaikum
bye.
salam. Take care.